Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Sigma 14 to 24mm f2.8 DG art lens for Sony E-mount. Now Sigma just sent this over for review purposes, and I'm really excited to test this out because I also just got in the A7S Mark III, which is going to be a great way of finding out exactly how well this performs for video. And then of course I've got my A7R Mark IV, which is going to be a great way of figuring out how well it performs on the still side of the world. So at $1,400 US, I've already seen what this lens could do. Now I'm just excited to actually do it myself and experience it, because I've already reviewed and covered Sony's G Master 12 to 24, which is literally twice the price, actually more than twice the price, at $3,000 US. And here we've got a lens made by, of course, a reputable manufacturer that has already been incredibly well received and at a price that does not break the bank. So as usual, I hope not to fall in love with this. I say that with a lot of the gear that I cover that is compelling. The other stuff that isn't compelling, you don't hear me say that. You know that already if you're a subscriber. First thing we see is, of course, warranty, paperwork. Let's get to the lens itself and see what this looks like. Neoprene lens case out of the box. And I'm expecting good things. This is made in Japan, like, to my knowledge, all Sigma products. And, you know, it very substantial on the build quality. I can tell you that right now. All metal construction. The zoom is internalized. You can see the range right there. Again, 14 to 24. And I'm just glad that Sigma sent this to me now to review, because I've been on the fence about picking up a Sony ultra wide, something wider than 16mm for a long time. And I have a feeling this is the direction I'm likely going to go, just because from what I've seen and heard, nothing really outperforms it at its price point. In fact, from what I've seen, you can make the argument that it's right on par with the G Master that I covered a while back. So let's go ahead and pop this off. Built-on lens hood, just like with the G Master. It does have a Bombus lens on the front. That's not anything new when you're dealing with something as wide as like the Sony 12 or here 14. But the beauty of this lens, again, is that it is faster than Sony's, of course, F4 offering that is more expensive than this. And just so you can get an idea, throw this back on for a second, of what this looks like on the A7S Mark III that I have right here. Let's do that right now. I have to say, it's also, at least it seems, a lot smaller, still very dense, but a lot smaller than the 12 to 24 G Master. And there you have it, again, on the A7S Mark III. I would say this is really well balanced. Of course, autofocus switch, nothing new there. And just really solid construction, very smooth on both the focus ring as well as the zoom. And I'm just excited to test this out and see how it performs, as I mentioned, both for video purposes on something like the A7S Mark III, which is a video monster in Sony's interchangeable E-mount full-frame world, and then also in the still world of Sony's hybrid, basically epitome of DI with the A7R4, at least until we get a 5th gen A7R. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know that I'll have this lens long enough to test it out with the A7C. I hope I will. I'm not sure when I'll be getting that on loan for Sony to review, but hopefully sooner rather than later, because I would like to be able to test these lenses. These I'm saying because I have another Sigma lens I'll be sharing with you all shortly, which is another compelling piece of glass, not just in terms of performance, but also pricing. So hopefully I'll be able to get to test these on the A7C as well, not just the gear I have with me right now. Whether or not I'm going to throw this onto something like an A6500, I don't know. I mean, now with the launch of the A7C, it does start to make you wonder what the future of DI is for the APS-C realm, at least in Sony's house, of course. But again, this is a first look and unboxing at Sigma's 14 to 24 millimeter ART F2.8 E-mount lens. I'm excited because this is an affordable performer, unlike the already, as we know, spectacular and incredibly expensive Sony G Master with essentially nearly the exact same range and speed. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them, hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe and please stay safe. Later.